But I can't help but notice that 320-pound monster standing there by the ring apron.
Monster is right. He's a big guy.
Sweetan connects on Holly. And the U.S. champion heads for the safety of the ring ropes.
I would be willing to bet that Bob Sweetan is hoping that big man does come in there just to put a couple knots on his head, though.
But Gino, I've had the opportunity to be around Bob Sweetan in many different parts of the country. And let me tell you one thing. When Mr. USA slaps that pile driver on you, I don't care whether you're 220 or 420, nobody gets up from the pile driver.
I have never seen anyone get up from his pile driver. If he has the opportunity to use it here on Bob Holly today, he probably will use it.
Of course, you know, fans at home, for the U.S. heavyweight champion to be even in a non-title match on TV, if Bob Sweetan could pull off a win here on TV, good shoulder tackle from Mr. USA. Then the powers that be in the World Organization of Wrestling, that would virtually guarantee Sweetan a U.S. title match.
You're absolutely right, Rick. And I'll tell you what, anyone that can beat anyone with any kind of a title, it moves them up to the top of the ranks where they can demand and get a title match with that person.
U.S. heavyweight champion Bob Holly on the floor of the television arena here, nursing that very tender back courtesy of a Bob Sweetan hip lock. I'd like to take an opportunity to say hello to some of our family of stations, including our great friends in WMBB TV 13 in Panama City. Beautiful beaches in Panama City. Looking forward to seeing the fans there.
Absolutely. And of course, WMBB 13 does cover quite an area, and all the people up around the Dothan area, especially all of them up there also.
Sweetan firing an arm in the midsection. The U.S. champion Bob Holly, and I noticed Gino all the time standing in the corner. He's out of camera range right now. But fans, you got to realize there's a 320-pound man by the name of Big Bubba, who apparently is a hit man for the United States champion.
Well, Rick, he's standing there. He's minding his own business right now. He's got his arms crossed and just watching the match intensely. Now, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of anyone being outside, whether it be a manager, a bodyguard, or what you have. But as long as he's standing there and out of range and not interfering with the match, the referee can do his job in the ring. But it always takes away from that wrestler in the ring who has the opponent in there that has someone outside.
Bob Holly driving Mr. USA's head hard into that top turnbuckle. And one thing you've got to say for the U.S. champion, Gino, once he gets rolling in a match, this man's hard to stop.
Definitely so. He's a good wrestler. He knows his wrestling. He knows his wrestling. He's young, but he knows his wrestling.
Referee floats over for a count of 2 after that Bob Holly suplex. Take a lot more than that to hold Bob Sweetan down to the canvas.
Definitely so, Rick. What really surprises me is how Bob Holly can go to the tactics that he does use. We know here at World Organization Wrestling that he can wrestle. He started out wrestling here scientifically.
Ooh. Man, did you see that close
Bob Holly
line?
is down now. But Bob Holly likes to go to the rough way of wrestling, and it goes.
Hang on, Gino. He's got him set. He's got him set for the pile driver. Big Bubba's starting to come in the ring. Bob Holly's there with a cheap shot from behind. Bubba's got Sweetan. Nobody's home.
I was afraid that was going to happen.
Fans, the referee
can have 2 belts with it.
Especially a great competitor and a super wrestler like Johnny Starr is. He really deserves it. This could be a turning point in his career as he comes back. Body blocks Mr. Outrageous to the canvas. He's on the cover once again. The foot of Mr. Outrageous on the ropes. Side headlock. Starr on Outrageous.
Crank the headlock up.
What a great victory this would be for either man. Johnny Starr with the upper hand at this point. Coming back across the ring, attempting a sunset flip. Can he get the big man over? He tries, he tries. Outrageous trying for the ropes, but Starr with all his might trying to flip him over the best he can, and Outrageous almost gets to the ropes. Here he goes! 1, 2. And Outrageous literally kicks out the scissors kick to the head of Johnny Starr. Woody, this is exciting.
Yes, it is. Boy, the fans like Johnny here.
Woody, I'm almost going hoarse this evening. Oh, a double clothesline and both men go down. Who will get up first? Who has the most stamina? The IWA champion or Johnny Starr, the All-American champion of Bay Area Wrestling? Hard match to call at this point.
Nice forehand.
They're on the ground and they're still going toe-to-toe. Back and forth. Still a seesaw battle as it's been low these many minutes of this matchup.
Now they're just punching out around the middle lane. Just punch for a punch.
Back against the far ropes. Punching, punching. Still, Jack Darnell trying to break him up. And I believe the time limit has expired and this matchup has been called a draw. And that'll do it for our fans here in Newark, California. And you, the viewers at home, we thank you. Until next time, as pandemonium breaks out this patch.
Albano, it's a pleasure to be alongside the captain. Sitting in for Bruno Sammartino as B. Brian Blair gets set to hook up with Enrico Federico. And boy, what a beautiful day here at Universal Studios. Universal Wrestling Federation, very proud to be here in Central Florida. And there's a good move by Federico.
There they go, look at that move.
Oh boy, hip toss by B. Brian Blair. Another hip toss.
This is what I like to see, Greg, with two well-conditioned athletes that can really get in that ring and do some wrestling. That's what we want. That wrestling right back to the old days of good old-time wrestling.
And put move after move in succession. And
Yes,
that really
sir.
does add up, doesn't it? When
It sure does. It makes you proud to be associated with professional wrestling, which I've been for some 38 years.
38 years.
38 years of
How
professional
did wrestling ever stand it?
Woo! I can't stand it myself.
All right, monkey flip by Federico. Again, looking impressive. And then turning around Blair again.
By the way, Greg, you know where our good friend Bruno Sammartino is. He's out there with the Universal Wrestling Federation authorities and with Sports Channel America getting ready for the new championship belt that will be presented on June 9th in a paid-per-view event right here in Florida. Woo! I feel good, Greg.
Now, I heard a rumor, Lou, that you were going to actually try to get into that tournament. Is that true?
Right, that's right. Well, I'm not going to get in that tournament a little over the hill, but on June 9th, it'll be a pay-per-view event. That's where Bruno Sammartino is right now, preparing with the authorities of Universal Wrestling and Sports Channel America. Bruno, good luck. I know it's going to be a big one on June 9th, right here from Florida. Pay-per-view. Woo! I feel good.
Manatee Civic Center, as you can hear, Captain Lou doesn't take much to get Captain Lou going, but he is going and getting set for it. Here's G. Brian Blair again taking punishment from Enrico Federico. And we're getting going with in a big way here this week on the Fury Hour, coming to you from Universal Studios in Central Florida. Greg DeGeorge with Captain Lou Albano. You're taking a look at Enrico Federico. Fine clothesline by B. Brian Blair. And he landed that one, didn't he?
That Brian sure is a great athlete, I'm telling you. Does he know his wrestling?
You talk about favorites in the elimination.
Wow, look at that slam. Hey, man, I'm telling you.
Lou, you talk about some of the favorites in the elimination tournament. B. Brian Blair has already advanced to the second round, and you've got to consider him for that championship.
Definitely, Greg. He's got the size. He's got the potential. All right, he's got the man, the submission hold. The man gives up. This is it. That's B. Brian Blair, baby.
That is the Scorpion, and you will not see anyone do it better than that man.
He's applied well, and the man knows his wrestling and knows it well. B. Brian Blair is a legend in the world of professional wrestling. I'll tell you, Greg, he's great.
Introducing the new
Retaliating. Chops into the throat that have the soul man Alex G to the canvas. Catches him once again. You could hear that chop resound throughout the entire arena area. All right, the soul man comes off the ropes, crashes down across the chest of the soul man, Collins. In what looked to be a disaster for Collins a moment ago is now turned around. That gives you the indication as to why this man is indeed the GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Hip toss by Collins as soul man Alex G. Back to the canvas again. Referee Frankie Reyes watching carefully. Soul man turns into his opponent. And again, the crowd picking up that chant. And I've asked the wrestlers about this, and believe you me, it does help. It helps to pump that adrenaline when they hear the crowd solidly behind them, as you hear here. Collins off. Good shoulder smash. Collins up and on his man. Brings him up. Oh, body slam. He came down on that gluteus maximus as hard as you can. Collins has an armbar on the Soul Man Alex G. Remember, this match is one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Contact, and he dumped him halfway across the ring. Brother, you talk about great second effort here. We're seeing it on part of both of these men. No question about that. Again, a high backdrop by Alex G, the Soul Man. And time is rapidly running out. The Soul Man trying for a pinfall. Unable to get it as Steve Collins was able. He catches him again. Another beautiful drop kick by Alex G, the Soul Man. And something that was out of camera range, but the mark of a fine official. You saw Frank Reyes just moving back into the ring. He moved outside the ring to double check those shoulders. Alex G in a backslide. No, sir. Steve Collins again powers away, and time is rapidly dwindling down here on this outstanding match for the World Junior Heavyweight Championship. And it is Steve, the Party Animal Collins, defending his title against Alex G there. You go to an outside cradle once again with a reverse Nelson, both legs hooked. But again, Collins was able to break free. And these men have to be tiring at this point in time. Off the ropes once again. It's Alex G, the Soul Man, getting his man in a rolling reverse, but Collins broke it up. So Collins again takes charge, a lateral press. The Soul Man powers away from a count of 3. There have been a number of near falls in this match thus far. Going for the standing guillotine. He's going for the standing guillotine, and it looks like he might have it cinched in. He might have it cinched in. Let's see if Collins is going to be able to do anything about this. The Party Animal's got himself some prop. No, sir, the bell has rung. The bell has rung.
Count of 2, and he kicked out and managed to roll over, and now Starr really putting the pressure to that shoulder. And the Terminator reaching forward with that foot, trying to drag himself around, does reach the ropes, ties his feet up into the ropes. Says the referee, Daryl Morris, I'm in the ropes, ref, break it up, and he does. Now back on his feet. Let's see what the Terminator is going to be able to do at this point. Starr again, right back on the attack. Now he felt like he had the Terminator exactly where he wanted him. As again, he's attacking, and that's the way to do it, fans. You don't want to be a defensive competitor in that ring. You want to always be on the attack. Show the offense. When you get your offense going, stay with it. And that's what these great competitors are doing. Good move on the part of Starr. 1, 2, 3. No way you're going to get out of that one.